Hey guys, it's been a while. Just graduated and I have a lot of stuff to do, so not too many updates, but it's still a stark difference from the last time you've seen the game. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to start with a bit of a preamble / disclaimer, followed by the big content changes, then the more subtle changes, and then finally followed by the things I'm planning to do and what to look forward to in the future. So as a preamble, all footage seen in the background right now are from semi-public playtests that I've had on my Discord server. So if you want to be a part of it, you want to discuss the game, or maybe have a chance to play with me as well, then just feel free to join the Discord in the description below. You'll get updates and whatnot. Do note again, however, that I am quite busy, and sometimes, just to be honest, I don't feel like working on the game. Sometimes I just feel like playing games and just doing stuff on my own. So yeah, don't expect too much from me as a solo dev, but I will be updating you guys on the server whenever things do happen and when I open the servers for playtesting. Additionally, as a disclaimer, this game is nowhere near finished, okay? Particularly, there are no modes yet. There's no accessibility options like training modes or practice modes, no challenges, no economy, no unlockables, none of that. And most of all, there's just no content, like no maps. Well, I mean, there's maps, but it's just not enough, not nearly enough. So yeah, okay, I have a lot of stuff I want to add. So don't worry, you don't need to give any suggestions. I guarantee you I will make the game epic. So yeah, anyways, let's get right into the new content. The last time we talked, there was only one map, Entry, from the Gribbed map pack, which was labeled as a novice map due to its large platforms and easy to avoid lasers. However, though, it does still prove difficult to some players because the map just ended up being so easy that better players kept trying to optimize it and go for crazy ass skips and then accidentally kill themselves. So, introducing our first new map is Corridor, an intermediate linear map that requires lots of sliding and navigating rows and rows of long lasers. The next one is Gyrate, an advanced map filled with moving platforms and lasers that spin around. Though it's incredibly simple in nature, this map only has one checkpoint, and sometimes the lasers can move incredibly fast in opposite directions to each other and the platform that's actually moving, so it might do you good to take this one a bit slowly. And then finally, we have the beloved third new map, Circuit, an expert map containing 3 sections of difficult nodes, testing different skill sets and abilities and whatnot. This map has required techniques that you have to learn, like wraparounds and whatnot, but overall, yeah, it's pretty hard. Not as hard as the 5th one. There is one more map that I will be adding to the map pack. It's that 5th one, which will be the hardest one, but that won't be in the game until maybe like the next update or so. So just hold on to your horses. Regarding the game systems, there's now a progress bar on the left that not only shows you the status of all players, but it also shows you like when they die. Like it turns red when they die. So I think that's actually pretty funny. Checkpoints and finish lines now have indicators from when you hit them. There's also a leaderboard now after the game ends for all the finishing times. And also there's player opacity options in the settings, which is on the right, though it might be finicky and or just straight up not work. I don't know. I've also done a ton of UI overhauls. It took an insane amount of time to design this stuff because it's super annoying and tedious, but I'm very happy with it so far. And I also have this new area that I've developed here. I'm working on it right now, which will house the training tools. So we'll have documentation on the different techniques in the game, what they are, how to do them. And there's also a practice button for each one where it takes you to a training area where you can practice all of this different tech. And in the future also, you're going to be able to practice maps that you own and you can like pick the seed and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So in terms of things that I'm looking to work on right now is definitely, like I just said, accessibility options, all right? The game is simple and I think it is very easy to pick up, but as it stands, since the only way to play the game right now is that every player has to vote on a map and it picks randomly from those maps and you race on it. Because of that, if you're new to the game and everyone in the server isn't, then they'll just keep voting on the hard maps and then there's nothing you can do about it and you'll just get dumpstered. So I want to have different modes and ways to play so that if you don't want to participate in the race where everyone is on a random map, it might just be hard ones over and over, and you don't want to play hard maps, then you don't have to. Or vice versa, if you only want to play hard maps, then you can as well. I also want to give players the ability to practice maps at their own pace as well. In the future, maybe I want to add these like challenges where maybe a random map and seed is selected and then players are given like maybe 10 or so minutes to play them as much as they want, and then you have to try to get the fastest time. At the end, the one with the fastest time gets a prize or something like that. I got a lot of ideas, okay? Maybe I can even do like Discord server challenges where I pick a map and seed and announce it. You guys can go into the practice mode and select that map and see who gets the best time. It's gonna be crazy because now we don't all have to be together online at the same time and we can still compete against one another. But yeah, that's all future stuff. Right now, my biggest concern is making the game accessible. I want to have lots of training stuff, lots of tutorials, ways to practice or just own your skills. And then right after that, then I'm just going to go straight into making more content, which means more maps. So the second map pack has already been planned and named. It's going to be called the Skylands, which is a map pack that's going to be overall easier than the grid, but trust me, it won't be boring, okay? It has its own unique like theme mechanic thing. So while the grid has insta-kill lasers and you're in some kind of futuristic setting, the Skylands will of course be islands in the sky, which will look really ugly because I'm bad at modeling. And also I simply just don't have the skill or time or patience to make good looking islands. So we'll have that. And we're also going to have the unique mechanic, which is the air vents, but I won't go into that too much just to avoid spoilers. So anyhow, I do want this game to be fully playable and released by the end of the year. So I need to have a solid game plan of what I want in the game before that happens. I want multiple like modes. I want complete training options. I want maybe 3 or 4 map packs. I want a working reward system and maybe even a ranking system. And of course, purchasable cosmetics and whatnot. And only then I'll consider the game released. And then I'll make map packs again in the future after that. But I think at that point, I'll probably just be moving on to my main project, which is Bounty Hunters. So yeah. Oh, and also before I forget, I also want to add keybind options because I know some players are looking to rebind the dash or slide key to something else. And also in the current patch, I think there are some devious bugs that might prevent you from sliding and dashing. So I will be looking to that in a bit. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are excited. And since I'm going on a cruise for a few days, I've actually decided to leave the servers on for anyone who wants to play while I'm gone. So you can actually go right in the description and play the game now. Like I said, there may be bugs with the dashing and sliding. The UI, blah, blah, blah stuff might be a bit finicky. And when they happen, you can just reset your character. The game won't completely break, but your movement might break. So just look out for that. But otherwise, yeah, you guys can just hop in, play for the next few days, bring your friends. Links in the description below, and you guys can join the Discord if you want and let me know how it goes. So, yeah, have fun, guys.
You have cinematic camera on me? Is that what this is? Oh, what the?